oh shit. I'm gonna change the aspect ratio. Oh, we are nice and fat once again. Let me actually just check if VRT is streaming, so we can get some good old HD stream going on. Nope, looks like unfortunately not. Alright. No biggie, no biggie. So it's going to be a PvZ on Cloud Kingdom here. Looks like going to do the good old Forge Fast Expand. Trap is the Kratos here. Hydra is the Zerg. Surprise, surprise. Whoa, BM walking in front of the camera. Somebody slap that guy. He's blocking our view of the white nerd with a nice goatee. I guess it classifies as a goatee. Anyway. Somebody just said, imagine if we saw Toss Girl come out for StarCraft 2. That is actually surprisingly possible. Although I don't know how much she's been practicing. She's been like too busy getting on people, if you know what I mean. Actually, what I mean is she's been interviewing a lot of people, so not practicing as much as she probably could have. But anyway. Actually, no, I think the interview series is over, so maybe not. I don't know. Hey, Probe's gonna go into the base, see nothing going on. And he's gonna see a 14 pool here. Or is that a 15 pool actually? No, I think that was a 14 pool from the Zerg. Basically the same thing anyway. So he's gonna be chrono boosting out the probes. Can go Nexus first here. He's actually gone up to 17 here. He's actually gonna go 17 Nexus? I'm not actually sure if that's safe. You can get the Forge immediately afterwards as well. And of course you can actually wall in completely here with Forge and 2 gateways in an emergency. Although players do of course prefer to just make a Forge gateway and a pylon that will leave you a 1 hex gap to walk out of your wall so you don't have to kill any of your own buildings. Looks like the what's his face? Trap didn't do a good job blocking that hatchery though, so Hydra is able to get the hatchery down immediately, and looks like the probe is kind of positioning itself to finish off that wall. Look, looks like he's gonna put a pylon there. Not gonna worry about any early lings. But here's the thing though, if lings do come out, they will come out before this cannon finishes. But it looks like it's only drones from Hydra. It's only making 2 lings just to chase down this probe guy, stop him from blocking his third. And that's gonna be fine. Excellent. So it looks like double gassing in the main, standard stuff. So yeah, no cheese going on to either player. Ling is chasing the probe, blah blah blah. You guys can see it with your very own eyes. Oh, except that we're lagging, so I guess you can't. Oh well. That gap actually looks wider than 1 hex, but I'm pretty sure you can just block it with 1 unit. Anyway, nicely placed cannon. The cannon is actually 1 hex back from the wall. Reminds me of the good old Brood War walls where you put the cannons 1 hex back to be better against Hydra busts. I think it's a similar principle against Roaches, which will have a harder time running up and sniping a cannon. That is just my assumption, I'm not actually sure. In the meantime, Cybernetic score at the front as well. Of course, he only has pylon power at his wall, doesn't have a pylon in his main yet, I don't think. And looks like another probe is actually sent out, just go scout around, doesn't see too much. Now, I gotta say though, probe scouting Zergs is now so annoying, so annoyingly difficult, because of like the queen range. Like, the Zerg doesn't actually even need to actively stop a scout. If you just like make a queen, and it's just like you can never scout them with a probe again. It's so sad. Man, I lose so many probes trying to probe scout people in PvZ on ladder. It's so funny. Just like send probes non-stop to their base, and just like, oh, run into the natural, die to a queen. Quick, send another probe. Oh, that one died too. I just sacrificed like half my probes trying to do a probe scout. Interestingly, I didn't see a queen in the main just now. Did he not have a queen? He does have 3 queens now on the unit tab, so he must have one there, but I didn't see one. In the meantime, looks like a bit of pressure here with 1 Zealot and 1 Dragoon. I think, or 1 Dragoon, what the hell? 1 Stalker. Looks like he actually sniped a Creep Tumor, so That is actually quite nice here, and he's going to be able to micro against these lings. They are slow lings, but it looks like he's just going to run away. No, he's going to do a bit of micro. Of course, he is also getting a Stargate, so going to do probably make one Void Ray and follow up with some Phoenix, just do some harassment here. Nothing too serious, not going to go crazy with 2 Stargates or anything. And, you know, I do like this move. If you just look at the architecture of the map, it's very easy for the air units to bounce back and forth between like the main and the third, whereas it's much more difficult for Hydra to defend that, because obviously the ground route is a lot longer, and his third and his natural aren't even connected by creep. So I think this is actually a very good opportunity for, what's his face, Trap to do some damage. Meanwhile, Overlord going to try and come in here and see what's going on. It's not going to get close enough to see the Stargate, but it does see that both gases of the natural have been taken. So he knows that with 4 gases taken, it's unlikely going to be any kind of crazy, huge Warp Gate all-in or something that's coming. So we can at least not have to worry about making too many roaches to defend. But oh man, it is going to be quite a pain for him that his natural and third are not connected by creep. They're not even close. The main and natural actually aren't even connected by creep, but it's a lot shorter distance though between those, so that's not as big of a deal. But this could actually be quite troublesome for Hydra actually. Hydra I don't think has any idea about this. He's only got 1 queen still at each expansion. I think he's making a couple more queens now, but it's going to be too late. That first queen's going to fall quite easily here. Trap could even just pick it up here before his Void Ray starts taking hull damage. I'm actually not sure why he's not picking that up. Oh, well, I guess the second queen comes over, so it's fine. But you see, now these queens are all of the third. He can just go right over to the natural or the main base, and the queens have like no way of getting back because there's no creep anywhere. Although it looks like he will just be okay here. I think he's just constantly making queens, and actually now Spore Crawlers are going up. You see on the production tab, so so it looks like he will be okay. Frozen. Alright. So, it's like just gonna grab an Overlord. He doesn't want to get too aggressive here. Whoa! What? Be careful, there's a lot of queens here. I don't think that's a good idea. I do not think that's a good idea. He only had like 3 Phoenix. Oh man, he's just gonna lose everything. Oh my god. And he's trying to do damage here. Okay, I think he only lost 1 Phoenix actually, but man, that Void Ray was really close to dying. Do not want to lose that Void Ray. I don't know why he committed there. He only has what? Yeah, see now he's only got 4 Phoenix right now. He only had 3 just now, and 1 Void Ray. I'm not sure why he thought he could engage there. There's like 3-4 queens on the ground. It's a bit of a mistake in my opinion, but I don't know. Maybe he feels like he hasn't done enough damage. Like he needs to do more damage. I think he's right too. He really hasn't done that much at all with these air units. He's killed like an Overlord and that's it. He's gonna try and get a couple more here. In the meantime though, he is getting a relatively quick third. That is not safe. But Hydra looks like he's not scouted it. I'm a little bit surprised. He should at least have like 1 Zergling there. Just checking it out. Looks like he is moving out with roaches though. But he still has no vision of the third. So if he just tries to poke this natural here, and what's his face, if Trap plays defensively, he might be okay here. I think it's like a bit of, he's taking a bit of a risk. I mean, it looks like, okay, he does have a decent ground force, and by decent I mean he's got 5 sentries, so he can force field quite a bit. But, you know, if Hydra did some huge roach attack right now, it could be quite troublesome. And there is only 1 Void Ray, so it's not like he has, you know, that threat. Anyway, it looks like, oh man, a couple of Stalkers getting caught out here. Sentries coming in though. It looks like a nice little force field going to trap a couple of roaches. He threw down the second one. I thought those roaches were already trapped, so there might have been a wasted force field there. He also did a Guardian Shield, which is not going to do that much here. But there's not that many roaches out for Hydra. Hydra actually, oh man, he might lose a couple more here for free. It looks like nice force field. It's going to trap a couple more roaches here. So actually, Trap doing a really nice job. Hydra, I don't know, did he just overcommit to the air defenses there? I mean, he made, you know, a lot of queens and a couple of Spore Crawlers as well. I think he made like 1 Spore Crawler from the base at least. But he's running in here with some more roaches, starting to do this multi-pronged roach attack style that Zergs have been loving. It looks like Trap going to pull back some units. The rest of the roaches are just going to attack these rocks in the front, make it harder for Trap to force field him out. But the Void Ray doing a lot of damage here. It is charged up, so it looks like Hydra not going to commit here, just going to run away. He is already taking a 4th base, so I guess he's like, well, you know, I guess I can't really do too much here, so let me just catch up a little bit economically. I say catch up because his 4th base is like just started, and the Protoss 3rd is already done. Meanwhile, interestingly, we actually see, I think that's +1 air weapons, as well as +2 range attack for the Zerg player, Hydra. Interesting that he's going for that +1 air already. Gonna help out his Corruptors against these Phoenix and the Colossi. I don't think does air attack doesn't affect Broodlords though, right? Because it's the melee, it's like the ground upgrades that affect them because they have the Broodlings. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, looks like Roach is moving out once again. Phoenix is gonna grab a couple if they can. Don't exactly do a lot of damage to Roaches. And oh, he's gonna go back. He's gonna try and take down these rocks. There are a couple of Mortals and a Colossus out now though, so if he gets some decent force fields off, if he can zone the Roaches properly, then he'll be absolutely fine. I do not think Hydra should move off this ramp. He's gonna lose a couple extra Roaches. That is why he should not move up the ramp. It looks like he does pull back in time. Only loses a couple of extra Roaches here, which is not a big deal at this point in the game. I think he does a supply lead. I think he's at like 180 something supply against 150. Trying to tell by this resolution is a little bit tricky. In the meantime though, look at this creep spread. It's so weird. There's like one line of creep that's like sticking out, and there's like no other creep on the map. Hydra's creep spread is just not very good. He's spreading like one line of creep. This is not good creep spread at all. Like his natural and his third still aren't connected. Like he could just leave an overlord there that's pooping creep and then at least just connect them up. It's like connect your bases, dude. Anyway, looks like building a bunch of spine crawlers at his fourth there. Pretty standard move. And we'll hopefully be taking up the Broodlords. I guess you could go for something else. Go for Ultraling, that'd be pretty cool. But anyway, there is one changeling actually running around randomly in the base. I'm a little bit surprised that's still alive. Usually a high-level Protoss don't just leave changelings and running around their bases, but there it is. And still just Mass Roach for Hydra. He's made a few Corruptors here, but I mean, he's got to have some high-tech units. I don't know why he hasn't made like a couple of Infestors at least or something. I mean, it's not like Roaches are that expensive. He's got quite a bit of money banked. He's got 1,500 minerals and like 1,200 gas banked as well. I think Hydra's just a little bit confused. He's not actually sure what he should be making now. He's going to go in with his Roaches and Corruptors. I mean, he's going to take out the Colossi pretty quickly. There were only 2 Colossi though. And the rest of the Protoss army should be fine. He's going to force field the Roaches nicely. He's got a couple of Immortals there. He's got Blink. I mean, Hydra just seems a little bit lost in this game. And Trap now might be able to move in and take out that 4th base. He is going to go for it. There are a decent number of spine crawlers there, but you know, I mean, Hydra hasn't made any good Zerg units, man. Make an Infestor, dude. Those things are freaking awesome. Dude, somebody tell Hydra that Infestors in this game are sick good. Anyway, he's going to move in with Roaches in the back. He's going to get blinked on top of. And I mean, he's moving in with Roaches in the front as well, but this is probably game over for Hydra. And he was completely fine until he got to the late game and didn't know what to do. And I can't really blame him. It's funny because, you know, we've seen quite a few pro gamers in this situation. It's like Stork against Zero. Stork like gets to the late game and he makes some units and he's like, oh, now what do I do? And I completely understand because it's like what all of my ladder games are like. I just don't understand what like composition is good in anything. It's like, well, I got to the late game, so now I guess I lose. Anyway, Corruptor's gonna do their little green poopy thingy. I guess it's called, what is it called, corrosion or something? I don't know, it just like increases the damage on the units, but it doesn't really matter. Blinkstalkers, too many Blinkstalkers that are too good. And yeah, that's gonna be GG for Hydra. I think he's gonna be a little bit upset about this because he was in a decent position. I mean, he maxed out on Roaches, which is not, you know, an ideal unit composition. I think he probably should have been a little bit more active with them. I mean, he tried to be active with them, but it's kind of hard on this map. You know, the entrance to the natural is pretty narrow there on that ramp. And then, yeah, he just didn't really tech up at all. We didn't see a single Infestor this game. I mean, come on, dude. No Infestor as a Zerg? You're crazy, you're crazy! And GG from Hydra. So Trap's gonna take game number 1. 망설임의 경기에 있었고 공업 공격기와 불사조에 의해서 약간 좀 꼬였습니다. 반면에 조성호 선수